Hello, friends. Very good morning. My name is Naresh Patnaik, and today I'm here to talk about how to develop a personal development plan. I'm a specialist in campus recruitment training, and I train people to ensure that they get a good job at the end of their professional education. But what I realized over a period of time is it's extremely important to prepare a personal development plan at least 1 or 2 years in advance, and then probably work on it for 12 or 16 months before even you go for your first job interview. So personal development plan somehow becomes the first step for your career, educational objective, or for your job and career future and all that. So it's a very important topic. Let's talk a little bit about it today. We would majorly cover these 3 points. First of all, we will try to understand why it is extremely important to develop personal development plan, and then I'll also a little bit talk about what is personal development plan. And now this is a very good 10 steps process, and plan involves only 10 amazing golden steps, I would say, and these 10 steps can do wonders if we can diligently follow. This has been proven beyond the doubts that throughout the history, some successful people have actually followed these 10 steps. People who followed these 10 steps have always been extremely successful leaders in their area of specialization. So let's go ahead and start the presentation with this quote: life is not about finding yourself, but actually life is about creating yourself. This is a very nice quote which talks about you shouldn't be crying, cribbing, and you shouldn't be worrying about where are you, and you shouldn't be lost. You should take the challenge, go ahead and start creating yourself. You have to carve yourself in a way, your personality, qualities, skills. It might take 1 or 2 years of hard work, but that's worth it, because whatever you are willing to become, you will be able to become if you make some efforts. So let's start with this. What is personal development plan? It's basically a written plan wherein you really got to use the pen, paper, and start writing it. Many people feel that I have a great plan in my mind, and that really doesn't work. You need to put it on paper. When you write the whole personal development plan on paper, it makes more sense. It actually keeps us on track. We will be able to see the plan whenever we want. You will be able to revise it. If something is written on paper, it will allow you to measure your progress. You will be able to understand how far could you improve and stuff like that. It also helps you give time for or allocate time for your important critical activities. So personal development plan really helps you achieve the goal a little sooner or in a better way. If the plan is not written, I don't think it's really a good plan. It's important. You have to prepare your own personal development plan. It's very important because nobody else knows you better than yourself. Nobody else will be able to understand what are your interests, what's your passion. You are the only person on earth or in this world who knows about yourself, right? It makes sense for you to develop your own personal plan. Gone are those days when parents used to prepare personal development plan for kids. Managers used to prepare professional development plan for their subordinates. It's a continuous changing world. If we don't plan and improve ourselves, probably we will be outdated in a couple of years. And for all that we know is the world has changed, the world has improved with new technologies, and we are not updated. A lot of modern world companies definitely give a lot of value to learning and development attitude in employees. An employee has personal development plan that would always be greatly appreciated by the employer. Many multinational companies these days are following something called bell curve strategy. Fire the bottom performers. If there are 100 employees in a company, 80 top performers are retained and the bottom 20% of employees are fired. So for that, personal development plan is essential. Otherwise, we would not be able to perform in the top 80s. For younger or smarter, your next generation or kids who are at least 5 or 6 years older than you would always emulate you in terms of new technologies, knowledge, studies, or whatever. So unless you prepare your personal development plan, you'll not be able to keep pace with the future generation. To be competitive, to be a leader, you should be able to lead your next generation. That would happen only when you believe in the concept of continuous, consistent personal and professional development. Yep, this is one famous quote. I mean, I think everybody must have gone through this quote. Benjamin Franklin said, "If you fail to plan," that means if you don't plan, you are actually planning to fail, right? If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail, and that's for sure. Plan is essential and it should be on paper, as I said before. What are the benefits of personal development plan? You might ask me, what's in it for me? These are the things which will benefit you. If you prepare diligently your professional or personal development plan, there will be higher chance of you achieving the goal. The probability of you achieving the goal will increase. You will be also focused, and your approach towards achieving the goal will be very focused. You will not be deviated. You will be able to concentrate on whatever you want to achieve. The overall satisfaction of you achieving it, plan, you work hard, and then you achieve it. So obviously the overall satisfaction will be of greater level. You will be able to accomplish more in relatively less amount of time. That will make an impact in the community. I mean, once you develop, you will be able to inspire others, and you will sure be able to make an impact. The kind of self-respect, esteem you will be able to prove in yourself will be phenomenal. You will not need to fear for future. If you have personal development plan, if you're diligently working towards something, then your future will be secured. We will not have to live in fear that, oh my God, what's my future? Am I going to get a good job? Or am I going to get promotion? And all those fears, you would not really have to fear. Create a brand of your own. What I mean, create a brand of your own, what I mean is you have to become a brand. I mean, people should recognize you based on your skills and abilities. So friends, any plan or planning cannot be achieved without effective time management. On YouTube, I saw an amazing time management video. This is the link. I would request you to type this on the search bar on internet. I would greatly recommend you to watch this video, and once you have this time management, then probably we'll be able to plan better. So friends, there are 10 steps involved. These are the first 5 steps: self-evaluation, setting a goal, research, decision making, and plan of action. The first step, which says self-evaluation, is you have to understand your own strengths and your own areas wherein you need improvement. You just have to continue, maintain, and improve on those strengths if possible. More importantly, you should be able to draft and write down all your areas wherein you want improvement. For example, if you genuinely feel that you need to learn C or C++ or Java or whatever it is, you need to be bold enough to put it on paper and say that, okay, today I don't have this skill, but 6 months down the line I want to be master in this area. It can be as simple as I want to learn and improve my English. I want to learn French or anything, right? So all your areas which need improvement and all your areas where you're already very good at, make a note of everything, and then you need to start with this, and then set a goal for yourself. Now, goal setting, there's a little difference between a dream and a goal. Dream is wherein you just want to achieve something, that's your desire, but you will be able to turn that into a goal when you're very specific about what you want, when you're very aware of how exactly you want. Your goal should be very understandable to yourself, clear. It should be clear, wherein there's no vague dream in it. Goal setting should be smart, specific, measurable. It should be achievable. It should be relevant to your strengths and passion and your interest. Your goal should be relevant to your profile or background, education, and stuff like that. And goal should always have a deadline. It should be time bound. If you don't keep a deadline for your goal, you can be rest assured that you would never be able to achieve that goal. So deadlines are very important. So what's the goal? You should be very specific. For example, I want to learn in the next 6 months 2000 English words, which I don't know as of now. It's very specific and it's achievable. I have 6 months time, so it's achievable. It is measurable. Every day I'll be able to measure how many words I learned. It is definitely relevant. My job probably or my future depends upon communication skills. Learning a language and vocabulary would always help you develop. So it's definitely a relevant goal. And time bound. I kept 6 months as the deadline. That's called goal. If you don't have these 5 elements, then it's only a dream and it's not a goal. Now after that, the third step involves a little bit of research. So based on your area of improvement, based on your goal setting, you need to do a little bit of research in terms of if you want to learn Java, who is the best Java trainer in your city or town who can probably train you, or maybe what are the YouTube channels wherein you can learn, what are the books which can help you. So you have to do a little bit of research on how long it really takes to develop that skill, where are the jobs available, or what kind of future will that skill hold for you. All this research through newspaper, Google and magazines, and so that's called research. A little bit of homework will help you. And then make a decision. Be bold and challenge yourself and decide if you want to enroll for certain kind of course to empower yourself. Just make a decision, go pay the fees, enroll yourself and start. And then plan of action. Once you decide that this is what I want to do, I have 20 areas of weakness. So probably these are the 4 areas I will start working on as of now. So once you make that decision, then you need to plan your action. Plan of action can be something like it should involve time, it should involve duration, it should involve what all resources you need for it, and you need to plan the activity. For example, I will read newspaper every day from early morning 7 o'clock till 7:30 early morning, so probably half an hour every day for the next 6 months. And I'll keep a dictionary next to me. Whatever words which I don't understand, I will refer the dictionary. That ways probably my goal is to learn 10 new words every single day. So that can be some kind of plan. And whoever phones me at that time, I would say that I'm busy because I have a plan in place, I have an activity to do. So that's your plan of action. These are the first critical important steps. And then these are the final important steps. Resources. This is the 6th step. Resources means you need to accumulate or collate all the required resources. It can be a dictionary, buy it. It can be internet, take an internet connection from your telephone operators. So all the resources, like time is a resource, money is a resource, a place, an opportunity, or anything which you can use is a resource. Buy those resources or get those resources, arrange those available resources which you can use to improve and work on your plan of action. And then once you have the available resources, start fixing deadlines. As I told you before, for every activity or a goal, you got to have a deadline. It should be time bound. If you don't have a deadline, you'll be relaxed, you'll be lethargical, you'll become lazy, and probably the motivation will not last more than 5 or 6 days. But if you have a deadline, and every day when you approach the deadline, it creates some kind of sense of urgency, and that helps you achieve your goals in a more effective way. The next step is, again, a lot of people fail at this step number 8, and it's called do it now. I mean, action, implementation, application. Beautiful plan, you made it on paper. Some people are very good at making plans, but when it comes to implementation, it really never works out. This step, and the step number 8, implementation, requires a lot of self-discipline. It requires commitment, determination, and the burning desire. Every single day you got to motivate yourself and do it. If it is like I want to work out every day, reduce my weight by 6 pounds by the end of next 3 months. If you have that goal, probably you decided to go hit the gym from 6 to 7 every morning. It's a beautiful plan, but then 5 days we do, 6th day or 7th day we just lose our focus and we don't do it. So implementation is very, very important. This is where you require hard work. If you don't do this hard work, probably success is never an easy thing, and hard work is not out of fashion. Hard work ensures success. Next thing is step number 9. Probably every month or every fortnight you can go ahead and revision your goals and your plan. If it requires some kind of change, feel free to change it. Revision is something like re-looking at your professional development plan, or improving it, or redrafting it, or editing it, and stuff like that. The last thing is measuring your success. It is also important because every end of the week when you measure your success, it will again motivate you to go ahead and do the same amount of hard work for the next week. Every month when you measure your success, it will be like a health tonic. It will give you energy, it will give you the required motivation to go and prepare a better professional development plan and to put in more hard work. And if you don't measure it, probably you will not even realize that you are actually improving. And when you don't realize that you're improving, chances are you will not do it and you'll quit. So these are the 10 amazing steps which every successful leader has followed and they became successful. I wish you all the best. This is one sample of how you can prepare a personal development plan. It should be as specific as clear. For example, it says, what are my development objectives? What skills or knowledge I want to improve? First column talks about task 1. Develop my personal branding and online presence, website, blog, business, something like that. And then you also write about what activities do I need to undertake to achieve my goal. What are the small things I need to do about it, and what support or resource I would require. I would require some kind of training or workshop. Probably I would require researching a little bit about brands and take some online tutorials and stuff like that. And then target date. What's your deadline? By when do you want to achieve this? I want to achieve this by so and so date. You can also put one column which will allow you to measure your success, actual date of achieving my objective. This is one sample, but again, you can prepare your own format which can be more customized to yourself, as long as these 10 steps are evident in it. So friends, this is now time to plan. Please do work it out on a paper. Thanks a lot, friends. Have a very nice